Sometimes I shoot these things and I look at them and I wonder, like, what is going through my head? But that is quite a summary right there, gentlemen. What do you think? Next time when I'm coming out of the bushes, should I come with you guys? Kenya, dress too well for that. We can't do that. All right. So, gentlemen, the first thing that we're going to look at is bank performance here. And talking about Q3 results, Tier 1 lenders, NCBA Group, ABSA Bank, Kenya, I&M, and Stanchart grew their third quarter profits, even as concerns mounted on the outlook of the economy in the remainder of the year. NCBA Group posted a profit after tax of 14.6 billion in the 9 months ending September 30th, 2023, representing a 14.4% increase, riding on a high interest and non-interest income that is. It reported 12.8 billion in earnings during the similar period last year. ABSA Bank Kenya reported net earnings of 12.3 billion for the 9 months ending September 30th. Of course, this represented a 15% increase over the same period last year, driven by double-digit revenue growth across its income streams. Standard Chartered Bank, on the other hand, recorded a net profit of 9.4 billion in the 9-month period, demonstrating resilience despite during its government bond holdings, as well as augmenting provisions for bad loans. This profit signifies a growth of 9.3% when compared to 8.6 billion achieved during the same period last year. And M Group posted a 1% increase in profit after tax to 8.5 billion shillings. Ken, banks, you analyze banks, and Kenyans are looking at these results and they're like, okay, are we in two different countries? Because banks are making billions. First of all, looking at these results, what does it say about the economy?
Well, I think the high interest rate environment has been quite good for the banks. You're right, it's not good for the rest of the economy, but the banks have been able to make some good interest income. And on the foreign exchange side, our banks have been able to make huge margins trading the dollar. In fact, the governor of the CBK had to write to about 10 banks to really caution them on the amount of spreads they're making. So I think it points to a reality of where we are as a currency, the interest rate. But I think it's important we reflect on the real economy where everyday people are. And indeed, 2023 was a tough year. And in fact, some banks are actually finding their profits coming from the subsidiaries much more than Kenya. So I think it speaks for the need to make credit more accessible so that the non-performing loans, which are quite high, despite the high profitability, start to taper off.
Definitely. Very important. Prof, I mean, looking at the streams that are coming in, as Ken has noted, non-interest income is quite high. Looking at the rates now, in an environment where there is that call for, the much needed credit for the private sector, how do banks balance between pursuing profit, that is investing in secure spaces like government papers that we've seen, whereas also playing that role of reviving the economy by lending towards the economy, especially the private sector?
Lending has suffered because the private sector credit has been scarce because of the fact that banks are there to make profit. So when they find an opportunity in the government securities, they will actually do their investment there. And also, like we have observed, look at the off-balance sheet items, the non-interest income, increase those ones. But then the truth is that money hasn't been there for lending for the private sector, especially the fact that the interest rates has been high. That makes it difficult to obtain credit and do business. So there has been balancing, yes, but not to the point that it should be.
All right. Thank you very much. So let's head to Bamburi Cement. Let's cement this story. Yep.